Hey class, how do we give advice in English? Let's begin. There are two common ways to give advice in English. Advice is when I think it's a good idea to do something. We can use the word should or ought to. For example, he should make a reservation tonight. That means I think it's a good idea to make a reservation tonight. I can say this same sentence with ought to. He ought to make a reservation tonight. Both of these sentences mean the same thing. There is one difference. To. When I use the word should, no to. Ought to? Yes. These words go together. Ought to means the same as should. If I want to use should in the negative, I can say he should not. He should not drive anywhere today. The roads are terrible. It is possible to say he ought not to. He ought not to drive anywhere today. This is possible, but it is not common. The more common way to give negative advice is to use should. He should not drive anywhere today. Another very common thing to do in this sentence is to use a contraction. He shouldn't drive anywhere today. One important thing to remember with both should and ought to. After both of these, we have a verb. And the verb is always in the base form. That means no S, no ing, only the base form of the verb. He should makes? No. He should making? No. He should make a reservation today. Okay, teacher, what about questions? If we want to make a yes, no question with should, the only thing we need to do is change the order of the subject. He should make a reservation today. Should he make a reservation today? We can also add a question word at the beginning of a question with should to get more information. When should he make a reservation? Where should he make a reservation? Just like in the negative, it is very common to use should to make a question. We normally do not use ought to in questions. When should he make a reservation? Okay, teacher, I want to give advice, but the advice is very important. I need a word that is stronger than should. In this situation, we use had better. He had better make a reservation tonight. This has the same meaning as should, but the sentence is a lot stronger. It is very common to give more information at the end of a sentence with had better. For example, he had better make a reservation tonight, or he will not get a table. Of course, we love contractions in English. He had better make. He'd better make. He'd better make a reservation tonight. In the negative, he'd better not wait until tomorrow. It is very common to use the contraction or to delete the word had altogether. It is very common to hear Americans say, he better. He better make a reservation tonight. Okay, quick review. Should I leave now? When should I leave? You should leave now if you want to get there on time. You ought to leave now if you want to get there on time. You'd better leave now if you want to get there on time. You should to leave right now. No. You should leave right now. Okay, that is all for today's video. I hope this video helped you learn different ways to give advice in English. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sam. I'll see you soon.